Salut, je m'appelle Lava la Rue. Hi, I'm Lava la Rue. I am a musician and visual artist based in West London. And let's get this started.
I don't wanna hear no bad vibes. Sure, you know I get my sage on, and you know I'm a good girl. Maybe a little too flirtatious, heart in a good place, and I'm down for you to take it. You sweet and cold like Haagen Dazs. My palms are fast, sweating like a doused bar. I'm hardly far. Fill you up with laughter after making love. Fill you up with laughter after making love. Every time you fucking spit and choking up, you was dying late and what you down and up. Show you what I wanna. Look, Mostak, you a rock star, and you know that.
I started making music as Lava la Rue when I was 16. And I had a really great and crazy group of friends who is 9/8 Collective, which I'll talk about later. And basically after school or in our lunch breaks or whenever we could, we'd always be jamming and having cyphers and making music, and I'd invite everyone round to my tiny little bedroom and we'd all be squeezed in there with one microphone, just just freestyling, I guess. And some of those freestyles actually came out pretty cool, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna record some of these and put them out on SoundCloud, and I did, and the rest is history. 9/8 Collective, we're basically like arts and music collective. We're a group of friends who all met in our mid to late teens, and we were always just making music together and having fun and swapping resources, and we didn't have a lot of resources around us, so we would just swap and trade and make cool stuff, and it had its own little aesthetic to it because we were sharing the same equipment and sounds and working together. And yeah, I guess I just coined it under the name 9/8 because that was the year I was born and some other members were born. But yeah, that's 9/8. We're also a friendship group, like they're my support circle, creatively and emotionally. I started making music because I feel like growing up in a Jamaican household, music is such a huge part of the culture, and you get taught that music is something where it could represent what you believe in, where you come from, who you are as a person. You have a sense of identity. I wouldn't say I have a specific process for my lyrics, but more so it's an ongoing thing. Like constantly I'm like, singing to myself and freestyling to myself, and whether I'm doing the dishes or I'm in the shower or I'm walking to the shop, and sometimes when I'm like vibing to myself, I'll say one line and I'm like, that was good, let me record that, and I'll like record it into my phone and bring it to the studio. Or sometimes I'm in the studio and I actually make a song first and I'm just like humming to the melodies and I'm like da, 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 da. And then I'm like, oh, what was I trying to say there? I definitely really admired Joan Jett as a teenager from The Runaways, and Angela Davis as well. I really admired Sade, and yeah, there were so many like incredible musicians that I was brought up on in my family: Whitney Houston and Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross. I, like my family, listened to a lot of Michael Jackson as well. Very controversial, controversy. But growing up, that was the music I was put onto. It definitely, I had a huge respect for the artistry in how a lot of these idols like presented themselves, and who do I admire now? I mean, I still really admire great intellects now, like Angela Davis, and people who are thinkers, and also musicians who have always like kept their class and stood for what they believe in. So a lot of those still apply to me now. What is my goal as an artist? That's always a hard question because it's like, what is your purpose? I have many, but I feel like one of my main goals is definitely representing what I believe in and trying to bring as many people around me up, and just creating stuff that can live and exist beyond my existence on this planet. And very existential, but that's very important to me. And I don't feel like I've even begun to make you know, the best kind of music I can make. I feel like I'm still very early on in my journey, and I want to create, you know, really amazing stuff, and I want to keep working at it until I can make something that could be like, look back 10 years from now, and I won't stop until I do. So
started on a penny score, man, I tried out, but my vision wasn't ready for it. Kelly come first like Betty Ford, man, roll basic, clone in the play mode. Them a UQ for them new hype trends, while I'm making a queue from a Fred Weather Benz. Don't you worry about your friends, we're eating from the 10 west side to the south, and we do it all again like 24 hours.
But I am definitely dreaming of this pandemic to be over. I really want this pandemic to be over, just so I could travel again. And two of my closest friends are in LA right now, and I want to be with them and, you know, make visuals and do, you know, fun traveling stuff. But right now I've got to hustle and stay in London and grind. So but I'm also dreaming of a better British government. We'll see. Thank you for having me, and au revoir.